David Warner, Michael Clark, Steve Smith, all three got hundreds.
517 in 120 overs.
Right, and they celebrated really aggressively.
12 centuries for India, centuries in England, century in Australia.
The way Murli Vijay and Kohli batted.
The moment he caught it, the game's over.
Even though we lost that game, I think that really set up the tone.
Hi everyone. Welcome back to our series of doing the great test matches of BGT. And this is our third episode. We are doing the 2014 BGT series, where Virat Kohli was captain for the first time against Australia. And we almost won that match. I know a lot of you know the scores of that match as well, but we thought let's run you through that match where we almost had an improbable win. Do you think, Shivam, this is one of the most exciting matches which happened in the BGT?
Yeah, without a doubt, Sulesh. And even though we lost that game, but for me that sort of set up the culture for the next 7-8 years. That how India is going to play under Virat Kohli as a test captain. And I think Virat Kohli is probably the greatest test captain India ever had. MS was not available for that game, and Virat had to sort of step in as the captain. And then also, I mean, from the Australia's point of view, I think they also had a tragedy of losing
Philippines.
Yeah. So
no, that is very. I remember that. I think when Indian team landed, they went for the remembrance service as well. Ravi Shastri was there, Kohli was there. It was a very somber occasion in Australia, and everybody was feeling very sad that tragic incident happened. And as a commemoration for that, I think they even named him as the 12th man for the squad. We lost 4-0 the last time we went there. So that's the typical, right? In the 90s and 2000s, India never really did well in Australia. And again, the last series also we were whitewashed. As fans, nobody had much expectation. The team, I mean, I know team also wasn't that great. We had Karan Sharma as a spinner. So nobody expected too much out of this squad, but I think it is purely Kohli as an aggressive captain, and the last day going after the target, that, like you said, that set the story for India going down the line as a test playing nation.
When the game started, Australia won the toss and they sort of decided to bat. And David Warner, Michael Clark, Steve Smith, all three got hundreds, and they got more than 500 in 1.5 days. And I think we as fans we thought that okay, here again the same template of 2011.
Same thing, yeah. I really want to run through that bowling lineup. So we had Varun Aaron, we had Karan Sharma, and we had Murli Vijay as our fifth bowler. I can't believe this is the squad we took to Australia for the first test match. And as expected, right, 517 in 120 overs, a run rate of 4.3, nothing, it was just shambles. They were just hitting for fun, and they declared. It is 517 declared.
There was an occasion when Arun got David Warner bowled, right? And they celebrated really aggressively. And it turned out to be a no ball. And Warner came back. Achha, by the way, one more thing I remember from this game, there's a lot of aggression, there was a lot of banters which were happening. I think players were really going hard at each other. I remember there was this thing between when Steve Smith was batting and probably in the second innings, and Rohit Sharma was bowling. They had something. Yeah. And then Shikhar Dhawan had a fight with I think David Warner again, I think. So they were having a real go at each other. So again,
and
typical
Mitchell Johnson and Kohli as well, I think.
Yeah, that I think happened in the third test, but
but
that sort of gave us an idea.
Their premier bowler versus our premier batsman. That rivalry also.
Yeah. That sort of gave us an idea how India is going to play the Test cricket under Kohli, and that was really exciting. So coming back to the match, I think Australia got more than 500, and when India came on to bat, it was a tough task.
But decent effort, right? I mean, Kohli century, a Rahane half century. Again, I think Murli Vijay, Pujara also scored a half century, correct? Yeah, and Murli Vijay gave a very good start as well. And a very solid opening batsman. I mean, very underrated. Almost
very underrated.
12 centuries for India, centuries in England, century in Australia. Very, very solid, compact player who used to take a lot of time. I mean, he was called the monk for a reason, right? He used to take a lot of time or wear the bowlers out, and actually performed really well in this test match, in this series overall.
Yeah. He was, I think, the second best batter in the side after Kohli in that series. They made something around 450, right? The lead that was not 444 to be exact, and lead was badi nahi thi, but still 70-80 odd is substantial on those kind of wickets, right? Wherein If you are chasing, on day 5, it's not gonna be easy against the likes of Nathan Lyon, and also their pace attack was pretty good. They had Mitchell Johnson, they had Harris, they had Peter Siddle. Again, in the second innings also, I think our bowlers got hammered. David Warner again scored 100.
Yeah, 200s in the test match.
Yeah.
I think Steven Smith scored 50 is what I'm seeing. Yeah, and
I think Smith को out कैसे करना था ये पता ही नहीं था उस series में.
Oh, that time. Oh yeah, it was that series, right? Oh man, how do you? Yeah, like there were actually theories of how Steven Smith will never get out. Like you should try a leg side ball. You can try making him tired. He will suddenly shuffle. There's so many theories of how to get Steven Smith out. His average was going in the 60s, 70s. He used to play a lot of runs in the Ashes. And then India comes and first test match itself a century. Oh, it was very tough to watch that.
So I think again they made close to 300 and they declared. I think they declared at the end of day 4. They had full day 5 to sort of get India out, and India was supposed to chase something around 360 odd, right?
60 odd, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure they thought this was an easy task. I mean, how long will they last?
Yeah. I mean, on a day 5 wicket where the wicket was sort of opening up, and Nathan Lyon would also come into the picture along with their seamers.
And Lyon bowled well in the first innings also. 5 wickets in the first innings.
Yeah, he got a 5-for in the first inning.
The best scenario was how do you survive? Yeah. That's all. I mean, as a typical Indian fan at that time, the best scenario was how do you survive that one day? If you can somehow get to a draw, that'll be great. But otherwise, it's a given that Australia would win. That is how we used to watch cricket at that time.
Yeah, and the chase also started like that. They got Shikhar Dhawan pretty early, and Pujara was also out pretty early. We were around reeling around 50 for 2. 50 odd for 2, and then we saw something really magical. The way Murli Vijay and Kohli batted. I mean, that was amazing.
It was like, I remember initially there were a few shouts against Murli Vijay through Nathan Lyon. They had an appeal as well. But once they both set in, and Kohli played such an aggressive attack, like almost a runner ball. Even Murli Vijay kept on rotating the singles. And slowly, the first thing was, okay, as long as they're playing, we won't lose, right? That's what the thought was. But slowly, the partnership developed, 100 crossed, 150 partnership, both of them nearing their centuries. And then we were thinking like, wait, can they win this match? That actually crept in.
Yeah. I remember Sulesh, I was traveling that day. And when tea happened, India were 205 for 2. And they needed something around 150 and with 8 wickets in hand. And you'd wonder what... I mean, at that point of time, Australians would have been under tremendous pressure, right?
I remember Kohli got a century first, right? Though Murli Vijay started off playing early, as opener. I think Kohli crossed his century and then Murli Vijay was out on 99. Yeah. And then it was a weird dismissal. I still remember it. Like Nathan Lyon had actually bowled quite a few times the same line. It'll pitch off, it'll spin towards him. And there were a lot of appeals earlier as well. But this one, he just missed it for some reason. And the moment it hit, you knew it was plumb, right? And that shock. First of all, he's out at 99. A brilliant innings, deserved 100. And then the uncertainty, what's going to happen now? So it is scary. That dismissal at that point was very nerve-wracking for an Indian fan.
And I mean, the inevitable happened after that. The team crumbled, with Kohli standing at the other side. You got Rahane got out on duck. Then Rohit Sharma fell early. Then Saha went out. And then when finally Kohli got out, I think we all knew that it's all over. And probably I think Sulesh, India missed a trick over there. But again, that's a way Kohli used to play, his cricket back then. Till the time, say someone like a Rohit Sharma was there, you would have gone for a win, right? That made sense. Yeah. But once Rohit Sharma got out, when India were like 5 down for 280 odd, right? You're still needing more than 80 runs. And with the cracks opening up and Nathan Lyon bowling that particular line, probably India could have shut the doors.
And you know what? When Rohit Sharma got out, Saha started playing a damn weird innings. I remember he hit a 6, he hit a 4, and then he got out coming down the track to Nathan Lyon. He got out from 13 of 10 balls or something. I was like exactly what you said, right? You've lost Vijay, Rahane and Rohit Sharma continuously. And that time we should probably shut down for some time and then see, right? And this guy's coming down the track and hitting shots and getting out. I
think it was really one-dimensional. And with the Kohli on the other side, I think I won't blame Saha for that. I think he would have been asked to do that. That's what I feel.
Yeah, he would have been asked. But again, the strategy, right? Like, why do you want to do that?
But I think probably they could have bought some time, see if they can. At least they could have saved that test, is what I feel. But again, I mean, we lost the game, but...
Yeah, even Kohli's dismissal, right? I remember the ball went in the air, and for some reason the camera was there for a long time in the air. And is it going for a 6? Is it going for a catch? And even when the catch is already dipping, and the fielder dived in and caught it, and then you're like, then the moment he caught it, the game's over.
Even though we lost that game, I think that really set up the tone for the next 7-8 years where India really dominated the world cricket, especially in test matches. We went on to win in Australia a couple of times. Were able to sort of draw the series at England in England. And played some really good cricket all over the world after that for the next good 6-7 years. Till I think this series of New Zealand.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, when you go as a fan, like now all you can do is go back to and see the nostalgia, right? Go back and watch early videos of Kohli's aggression, and this was the start, right? You could see that aggression coming in. You could see that, like you mentioned, that Rohit Sharma and the alteration with the Steven Smith. It is Kohli who rushed out from as a fielder and started the argument. So it was that aggression you could see.
Yeah.
No, correct. I mean, then going aggressive with fast bowlers. Not backing down as a batting unit as well, attacking cricket always. So that is a golden era of Indian Test cricket, just as fans and overall for the sport as well. Yeah. And as the BGT is approaching, we are also very excited to cover more. We'll probably do some more episodes, and we look forward to your participation. Do let us know where were you watching this match? What were your emotions when Kohli and Vijay were building that partnership? Do share with your friends. Let us know what episode we should cover next, and we would love to keep chatting and engaging on the comment section.